This is part 9 and the final part of our October series, Death Cars. The Phantom Car Wreck of Surrey. In 2002, police officers in Surrey, United Kingdom received a call from someone who saw a set of car headlights lose control and swerve off the road. Officers set off to investigate. However, when they arrived, they did not find a trace of a recent crash. They instead found a Vauxhall stuck nose first in a ditch. However, the car was covered in overgrown foliage, and inside was a decomposing human body. Disturbingly, further investigation linked the scene to a crash that happened about 5 months prior. The hitchhiker. Not too many people pick up hitchhikers anymore, but if you really insist, just don't do it in New England, namely Rehoboth, especially if he has red scraggly hair, a beard, and dead eyes. He'll get into the backseat of your car and will suddenly start laughing. That laughing will soon turn maniacal, and once you are more than officially creeped out, he'll disappear. He won't disappear from your life, however. Mr. Scraggly Hitchhiker Ghost Man will forever haunt you, popping up in your rearview mirror or standing in front of you on the road, messing with your electronics. In your dreams. A dancer's tragic demise. This one is both factual and sad about 1920s dance icon Isadora Duncan. Her life was already tragic, especially when it came to automobiles. In 1913, her 2 small children drowned when the car they were riding in plunged over a bridge and into the Seine in Paris, and Duncan herself was seriously injured in a car accident in 1913 and then again in 1924. Finally, in Nice, France in 1926, she met an untimely and brutal death after the shawl she was wearing as part of a dress got entangled in the spokes of her lover's car. She had insisted on putting on the shawl, which was 60 inches wide and 2 yards long. Those watching did see the shawl flailing on the ground and tried to get her attention, but it was too late. The shawl had already been wrapped around the spokes and axle of the car, which was an Amlicar CGSS. She was brutally pulled half out of the car with her head wedged between the tire and the body. Her larynx was crushed, spine broken, jugular severed, and her nose was ground off by the rotating spokes. It was huge news at the time. A movie based on her life was released, but it did not capture the gory extent of her death. The whereabouts of this car are unknown. The Golden Eagle. I have left the best for last. Stephen King's Christine did not just come from King's imagination. It is based on a 1964 Dodge 330 Special Edition called the Golden Eagle. She started as a police car in Old Orchard Beach, Maine. Please note, most of the rest of this is hearsay or at least exaggerated, but consistently in the legend. 3 officers used this car, each murdering their families and then themselves. The car, being the common denominator, was decommissioned and ownership eventually went to the Allens, specifically Wendy Allen, who liked to call herself the Sea Witch of Orchard Beach. She apparently collected haunted cars. The local townspeople were not pleased that this car was out and driving around. The car never turned on the Allen family. The car, over the next several decades, was vandalized repeatedly, some with graffiti, some stealing parts after the movie Christine was released, and some even tried to vanquish the demon. Each one of these individuals ended up dying in horrific ways, including lightning strikes, decapitation by semi-truck, car crashes, and apparently one kid touched the car, proceeded to go home, slaughter his entire family, and then burn down their house. The Golden Eagle is rumored to have taken 32 people. The townspeople then stole the car, tore her apart, and spread her throughout different junkyards. But guess what? With the help of friends on the internet, the witch found every part and put Humpty back together again. I hope you have enjoyed this series. And happy Halloween!